Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Hub back into the video today, and today the Houston Rockets lose to the Golden State Warriors 106-95. This loss is very frustrating for the Houston Rockets. I'm not going to say I expected the Rockets to win this game because I don't think really anybody really expected the Rockets to win this game. But, the spark that this team's provided at the end of the third quarter and then to carry on in the fourth quarter for the first 6 or 5.5 minutes of the first 6 minutes, nearly 6 minutes. I think it was 6.5 minutes when the Rockets took their first lead. The Rockets took the lead in the fourth quarter with 6.5 minutes remaining. They took the lead 87-85. Could have been 88-85, but Jalen Green missed a free throw. It was on an and one layup where Jalen was fouled on. But on that whole play, that was the first time the Rockets took the lead since it was 24-23 at the end of near the end of the first quarter. So the Rockets took their first lead since the end of the first quarter, since when it was 24-23, when they took the lead 87-85, and the spark that they provided in that fourth quarter was just playing great defense. They were being aggressive, rebounding, and playing defense. And mainly that group was led by Jalen Tate with the way he was playing defensively and rebounding and being aggressive. I mean, Jalen Tate was being so aggressive. He had 3 jump balls in this game. That's not even including the opening tip. Jalen Tate's not even a starter on the Rockets. So Jalen Tate was being aggressive. It sucked that Jalen Tate, unfortunately, left with some, I don't know where he was bleeding from, but Jalen started to bleed in this game and he had to leave. It took a while for them it was like all over the court. It was kind of disgusting, but we didn't actually, on the floor, we didn't actually get to see it. Or at least I didn't see it. But Jalen provided a great spark for the Rockets. He didn't do much offensively. He only scored 6 points in the game, but he had 8 rebounds with 2 steals and 2 blocks, and he was just playing electric on the defensive end and the rebounding end for the Houston Rockets in this game. Played 22 minutes. If Jalen Tate's going to play like that for the Houston Rockets, he needs to play more minutes. And that group, I don't know if the Rockets have used that group before this season, but that group of Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Jalen Tate, Jeff Green, and Jabari Smith Jr., that group plays hard. They play great defensively. They're great in the paint. 3-point shooting's not their best. Jalen's an okay 3-point shooter. Jabari's an okay 3-point shooter. On the other end, you got Jeff and Amen Thompson's not great 3-point shooters, and then Jalen's a solid 3-point shooter. That's not the strong suit of that lineup that provided that spark for the Rockets. I think when that unit came in, they were down 81-75. Next thing you know, start the fourth quarter 81-75. Then 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, it's 87-85. So the Rockets go on a 11 to it was a 12. The Rockets went on a 12-6 run. I believe, yeah. No, a 12-4 run. The Rockets went on a 12-4 run in the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And they were playing great basketball to start off that fourth quarter. And then all of a sudden, Stephen Curry comes in, and it just kind of changes the story of this basketball game. That really kind of sucked for the Rockets. Stephen Curry got hot. He scored 24 points in this ball game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, was 6 for 14 from 3, nearly 50%, 6 for 16, and really killed the Rockets in that fourth quarter. All right, let's go over to the Rockets. Let's go over some stats for the Rockets, some of their leader in scoring in this ball game. And before I do that, I will say, and I don't know, I can't guarantee anything, but a part of me feels that maybe if that group that the Rockets had in there would have stayed in the game, the Rockets might have won the game. I know it would have not been smart to keep that group of Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Jalen Tate, Jeff Green, and Jabari Smith Jr. in the game. You want to put your best players available in the game like Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, and Alperen Sengun. But Sengun wasn't playing his best basketball tonight. Fred VanVleet sure as hell wasn't. Dylan Brooks was okay, but I just felt like there's some other guys on the floor for the Rockets that were playing better basketball than him. I think the Rockets might have won this ball game if they kept that group on the floor. But yeah, all right, 21 points for Jalen Green with 9 rebounds. 38 minutes for Jalen Green. He's 8 for 20. Shot 8 for 20. 1 for 5 from 3. 4 for 5 at the free throw line. So not a bad night for Jalen. Then 8 points for Fred VanVleet with 4 assists and 2 steals. 2 for 13. 2 for 7 from 3. 19 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds for Alperen Sengun. 7 for 15. 1 for 2 from 3. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Dillon Brooks. It's 4 for 10, 2 for 5 from 3. I know Brooks didn't look great tonight out there for the Rockets, but Brooks is still averaging over 14 points per game, averaging 4 rebounds per game, still shooting 55% from 3. Dillon Brooks is not doing terrible for the Rockets right now. I mean, obviously, I don't know if he's playing worth $20 million a year, but Brooks was great for the Rockets in the first 2 games. Wasn't as good as he was in the first 2 games as tonight. But it was a hard matchup for Dillon Brooks, having to guard Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, having to watch those guys. It's never an easy matchup for anybody, especially when they're going to shoot 11 for 24 from 3, near 50% from 3 for those 2 guys. So it's never an easy matchup for anybody when you're dealing with Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. I mean, you can make excuses saying, "Oh, this guy's terrible, this guy's that," but when you're going up against Steph and Klay, it's a different level. But Jabari had 14 and 8 with 5 assists and 2 steals. Jabari looked way better tonight than he did. 3-point shot still a little bit off, 2 for 6, not terrible. 6 for 12 field goal. Didn't take any free throws, thank God. 14 points and 8 rebounds and 5 assists and 2 steals. That's way better than he was the other night. The other night he had 13 and 9. That's 1 more point, 1 less rebound, but he didn't have near 5 assists or 2 steals. So way better game for Jabari Smith Jr. Better shooting night, better all-around game. Like to see that from Jabari. That's it for the starters. Then off the bench, not that many points off the bench, only 21 points. Reggie Bullock Jr. played 6 minutes, took 2 shots, both threes. Didn't score any points, didn't make either one of those shots. He did have 1 rebound, though. 6 points for Jayshawn Tate and 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. But he was great, like I said. Jeff Green had 6 points and 3 rebounds and 2 assists, 2 for 7, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. I loved what Jeff Green brought to the Rockets. He had a block as well. He's been great for the Rockets in the last 2 games. Amen Thompson, 20 minutes, 3 for 5, 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 at the free throw line, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. Not bad for Amen Thompson, with the minutes a little bit down than what it's been. It's been in that area. He's been getting like 21 to 23 a night. That was it for the Rockets scoring. I mean, following players did not play. Jermaine Samuels did not play. Cam Whitmore, Boban Marjanovic, Aaron Holiday, Nate Williams. Tari Eason is still out with the leg strain. Turnovers were way better tonight. They had 15 against the Spurs the other night. They only had 7 tonight. Free throw shooting was way better. The Rockets shot 10 for 20 tonight. They shot 18 for 19. So the things I said in my Rockets preview that need to be better, free throw shooting and turning the ball over, were way better, and the Rockets were able to keep this game close because of some of those things. We're going to go over a quick recap of the Warriors scoring 24 points and 7 rebounds and 6 assists for Curry, 6 for 14 from 3, 19 points and 4 rebounds for Klay Thompson. He only played 29 minutes but shot 5 for 10 from 3. And this is the anniversary of when Klay Thompson broke the NBA three-point record in a game. And Klay Thompson on this day also broke some history. Klay Thompson passed, I think, Jamal Crawford for 10th place of all time from the 3-point list. So Klay Thompson is in the top 10 in the all-time 3-pointer list. So that's great for Klay. Congratulations to Klay Thompson. I might not like the Warriors, but I do like Klay Thompson. 13 points for Andrew Wiggins, 4 for 10, 1 for 3, 4 for 5 from 3. 1 for 3 from 3, and 4 for 5 at the free throw line. 5 points for Looney with 11 rebounds. Draymond Green made his season debut. Played to only 21 minutes. I don't know if that was restricted or, I'm pretty sure he was on a minute restriction. Had 4 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Then off the bench, Gary Payton II. Amazing game for Gary Payton II. He's been playing terrible. He's been shooting terrible. 19 minutes, 6 for 8, 3 for 4 from 3. So really huge bounce back. 15 points. He was great on defense. 3 steals, 4 rebounds. Great performance from him. Chris Paul, first time he's ever came off the bench in his 19-year career. He scored 8 points and 7 rebounds. So 7 assists with 5 rebounds. 3 for 8. Kuminga, 19 minutes. He was dealing with a little bit of an injury, and he got a little bit of foul trouble in this game as well. 9 points, 2 rebounds for Kuminga. It was before the fourth quarter even started. I think he got his 4th foul And Darius Saric had 4 points with 8 rebounds and 5 assists, 1 for 3 from 3. And Moody had 5 points as well. Falling players did not play: Corey Joseph, Brandon Podozemski, and Trace Jackson Davis. Tough loss for the Rockets. They go to 0-3. I know this doesn't really matter, but Rockets are still the 13th seed in the Western Conference. I've never heard of a team who's 0-3 but is still not last place in the Western Conference. Thank you to the Memphis Grizzlies and the Portland Trailblazers, who are 0-3 and putting up worse stats than the Houston Rockets. But I've said this, I said that I said this earlier when I thought Stephen Curry wasn't playing. I thought this was a potential first win for the Rockets. That was when I thought Curry was not going to play. I said it on Friday when I thought the Rockets were going to get their first win against the Spurs, which they should have, but they sold that. I really do think on Wednesday, with some time off for this Rockets team to prepare for Wednesday's game against the Charlotte Hornets, the Rockets will be able to secure their first win of the season. I have no doubt the Rockets should. That is a winnable game for the Rockets, but the question is, if they can play the way they played tonight, and if some guys like, if Fred VanVleet if he's playing his best basketball, if Fred VanVleet and Alperen Sengun are playing better than they did tonight, same thing goes for Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. play the same they played tonight, and their bench guys like Jeff Green and Jason Tate and Amen Thompson do what they did tonight against the Hornets, and they do what they did tonight against the Warriors defensively, the Rockets should have their first win of the season against the Hornets on Wednesday night, and that's at home. So I would think the Rockets should be improving to 1-3 on Wednesday, but you can never guarantee a win in the NBA nowadays. It's a hard league. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.